What is happening, gang? It's your boy DVGTX, and we are back with another JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R discussion. And this time we're bringing up what the new characters are going to be. Now, obviously the trailer went ahead and gave us a leak into two of the new characters, and both of those characters were from part 5. If you didn't watch the trailer, I highly recommend you to go watch it right now and come back to this video. I will leave the link below, that way you guys can go ahead and check that out. Of course, in the background is the Week of JoJo Part 2 from Maximilian Dude's playthrough. If you guys never checked that out and want to go ahead and check that out, it's also going to be in the link down below, so holla at me and all that good stuff if you guys want to watch it, obviously without me talking over it. Nonetheless, today we want to go ahead and discuss a few characters that are coming into the fray on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R, of course. And to be honest, the fact that they already released 2 out of the 10 gives us an insight as to what they're really going for. One thing that I noticed that CC2 has been able to do in this iteration, and of course Naruto, one of the things that CC2 has been the only people that have been able to do so, is the simple fact that they have been able to access the manga source of different games that they have their license to. So they're not limited to just the anime version, and that was something that was seen over in the Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm and Ultimate Ninja Storm and Ultimate Ninja series, where they were allowed to go a little bit further than what the current anime was giving. And then on top of that, they went ahead and will either give us our own exclusive ending, let's say to an arc, which was very similar, eerily similar to the actual manga source, until Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, where we actually got the full ending. Now, that ending itself came way before that. I mean, when I say way before, I mean talking about almost a year before the actual anime wrapped up the Ultimate Ninja series, or the Naruto Shippuden series, should I say, because that's what it is. On the other end, with all that being stated, again, CyberConnect 2 has been one of the few companies that have been able to go ahead and do exactly something like this of the sort, where they're able to access the manga sources. But basically, because Netflix right now is hyping up part 6 of the anime, I strongly believe that there's going to be some focus on that particular part, additional characters in the older series, and pretty much usage of older assets, because this game honestly was used for Eyes of Heaven originally, and the assets for Eyes of Heaven are now being used in this particular iteration of All-Star Battle R. Those assets are also now being used for the new version of the game that's coming out. So I don't put it past CC2 Connect to go ahead and recycle some of the character assets that we got here. So that's going to be a mix on my list, and I'm going to go ahead and give you guys exactly how this works and why these characters in particular work from this point forward. So let's begin down the list, and let's start off with the first guy from part 2. That is right, von Stroheim, German leader. Let's get it. So the first character that I do want to talk about here is von Stroheim. Of course, von Stroheim is going to be a zoner. We have a few of those characters already in the game, but this is going to be one of the newer characters that are going to be added. And of course, going back to what I said originally with JoJo's Eyes of Heaven, showing you guys some gameplay of what to get from von Stroheim. As you guys can see, started off the match with using his automatic guns, and of course switching between his soldier mode and attackers of the night mode. Here in this particular mode, as you guys can see here, I more than likely think is going to be his quote-unquote transformation, where his attacks are going to take double the amount of damage, and he's going to be able to summon his soldiers to be able to go ahead and cause some additional input kind of data in regards to like his combo extension. So I can honestly see that his basic square basically being the I beam or reflector beam, like you saw guys there, as you guys saw there, the ultraviolet beams. But I believe that he is going to be a primary zoner attack kind of character, and the reason behind that is because his machine gun, which comes in the soldier mode, is a long range, is obviously for long range purposes, including here in Eyes of Heaven. And if they're going to recycle the assets and use his movesets the way that they're supposed to, then more than likely his machine gun technique is going to be included part of one of his combos, or even as a combo extender or finisher itself. Now, my question is, I don't know if they're going to do this or push to that point where All-Star Battle R gets EXs and cancels for you to be able to do certain things. I've seen gameplay obviously that shown some kind of capability of that, but I don't know if the new version is going to up the ante on that. But I could see a combination with von Stroheim, where you can go ahead alternatively mix between the ray, the ultraviolet ray, and the machine gun to keep the guy bouncing and staggered, and then into ultimately his special move, which more than likely will deal massive amount of damage. I believe that in this particular iteration of Eyes of Heaven, his special move has to do catching the character obviously in a combo, but then using his henchmen plus him at the same time to do the ultraviolet rays to go ahead and cover the entire screen. On that same note though, we are getting some newly animated specials, so I would figure that they may give him a new ability anyway and change up a few things that he has, like the one that he's talking trash here about the German army being the best of the best in the world and whatnot. Those kind of techniques more than likely are not going to transfer over into a fighting game such in the caliber of All-Star Battle R, but the fact that he could use his soldiers to be able to go ahead and manipulate them to attack and do extra stuff, that particular part of the combat system or part of the combo system will be there. And ultimately, that's really what you got to look forward to, seeing exactly what kind of character you're going to get just from the mix of Eyes of Heaven assets that we got here for von Stroheim. I do like the fact that dual heat mode gives him like a rocket punch, the Android 16 kind of thing. So that may be one of his routes and one of his style of combos, from doing like triangle down, triangle, square, so on and so forth. So you may get that rocket punch, all of it ultimately leading into his ultimate. So that's really what we have, and I think that that's a good place to start in regards to what characters will be coming, of course, here to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R. Again, in review, we do have the Gatling gun accessible mode. I don't believe that this particular move set here, where he talks about the German army, is going to be in the actual All-Star Battle R, and if they include it, they probably include it in part of a combo sequence where it finishes with him saying something like that, part of like a small cut animation. The other thing is that him changing into ultraviolet mode is probably going to be an activation, like in a soul activation / transformation, where you'll be able to go ahead and use your army men a lot more than what you're capable of from the start, and of course be able to do more intricate combinations in regards to, you know, the combos that you'll be able to unleash with von Stroheim. The other thing is, like I mentioned, the rocket punch is probably going to be a continuation of combination and whatnot to make the combos look more flashy, so on and so forth. But ultimately, we could end up getting possibly one of the best zoners in the game. And to be honest, it can go both ways. He can be virtually broken to the point where you're gonna have a hard time just getting past the Gatling gun feature like this. But at the same time, I truly believe that CC2 is going to go ahead and work those particular things, so this doesn't become an Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 fiasco where people would just stay around with their puppeteers on the other side of the screen. As you guys saw in this last bit right there, I used my soul succession on my special move, and basically it's called the EX, my bullet will cut you, and it's essentially dude biting down on a grenade and blowing himself up. It is part of the anime. He did it in the anime and survived it, so on and so forth. But that particular move, I believe, will also be included in the package, in his combo package. And I'm wondering how they're gonna go ahead and play it. If they're gonna go ahead and do it as a throwable item that you could juggle, kind of, you know, throw it at a person and it juggles on their feet, bounces them up, and you can jump in and do a combination, a kind of thing like that. Or are they gonna keep it the same where the character decides to go ahead and jump into the fray like he's doing, like when you do a combo, he puts the bomb in his mouth, jumps forward, and then blows up, and that could lead into either a combo finish or a combo ender. But who knows? I think that Von Stroheim is a strong candidate to come to battle, to All-Star Battle R, and I believe that he is going to be one of the first characters to land in All-Star Battle R as one of the zoners in the game. I don't know what you guys think. I would like to hear it there in the comment section, so please let me know what you guys think about this particular prediction. And tomorrow we will be back with another prediction, each day dropping a new JoJo prediction on the 10 guys that are missing for the All-Star cast, and of course obviously reacting and doing everything else that's coming out as we're getting closer and closer to the release date of All-Star Battle R, and possibly getting another video, or in this case what's the word, another teaser trailer that gives us insight of other characters outside of Trish and Prushiotti. That's it. That's all I got. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you go ahead and hit the sub, the like, the share, continue coming through here on the channel. You already know. Holla at the boy, holla at me. I'll catch you guys tomorrow or next time with my next JoJo prediction, reaction, and breakdown. Holla at me.